think I hear my truck. Where have you been?
We leave for Miami in like 12 days. I've been getting shit together. What have you been doing all day?
Yes.
That truck better be done.
Yes, it's done.
What the heck, Brandon? We leave in 12 days.
It's done. All I got left to do is put gas in it. We just got to put fuel inside of it and it'll run. I'm going to sit right there and I'm going to drive it.
Yeah.
It's got tires on it. It has steering.
So it's kind of like a school bus. So like everyone who wants to ride in the truck's got to like...
Oh, no. There's only a seat for one person right there.
Oh, so nobody can sit there, and there. So what have you done all day?
I put the shocks on it. It was 4 bolts. I've been here since 5:30 this morning. It's 7:29, so been here 14 hours. I got those 4 bolts on. Oh, I put the brake calipers on. Another 4 bolts. They're brand new, so they slid right on. Got the fuel line on right here. It took me about 10 minutes to get that thing on there. Oh, I'll show you. I got the bolts on the back of the diff cover as well because it was missing them. And I also bolted down the diff cover brace. I jumped it through like the Amazon rainforest, so I'll be able to do that now. I put the 40s back on it. It's only got 2 lug nuts on each wheel right now because, I'm going to drive to Miami on the 21st like that. I had to change the coilover mounts, as I said in one of my last videos, because they kind of didn't fit. I also got the reservoirs hooked up, this aligned. Now the tires actually sit straight instead of like towed in. I was driving it like last week, I was driving it and the tires were like this when I was going down the road, it was like jumping. I was like, why is it doing that? Got it aligned, we got all the brakes on it. The brake line is ran from the back up to the front. Fuel line's on it, the harness is on. Oh, check this out, come here. All the fuel lines, all like the wires, I ran through the frame because it looks cleaner. Now I got somehow rammed the brake line through the frame. I haven't got that far yet, but I'm gonna leave for Miami in 12 days with it. That's my goal. As long as I find me a transmission and a head for the engine. Cole has the motor, and I know that if I get the head, I'll have it done in like 10 minutes. There you guys have it, my 24-inch lifted extended cab short bed second gen Cummins with a 24 valve and a 5-speed in it is just about in its final stages because this is the most tedious, longest process of the truck. The body will be done here very shortly. That'll go on in literally hours. We gotta throw the interior back in it, a couple more hours on that. Set the motor and trans inside of it, wire all that up. So soon I will have about, I would say, 3 days worth of work once I get everything here in my possession, because the stuff that's not here is out of my control right now. The motor's being built. The body is literally getting painted, I think, as we speak. And they got to reassemble it, put the doors back on it, door panels, wet sand and buff it, get the whole interior detailed because it has gotten dusty. And then I will be picking that up. Not in this video though. I cannot wait to share how this truck looks and the color that I picked for it. You guys know the color is blue. It should be pretty insane. What I need to do now is I need to wipe the whole truck down because it has gotten some marks on it and greasy fingerprints on it. And it just needs to be wiped down. So I'm gonna wipe it all down. I'm gonna then quick wax the whole thing with a bottle of quick wax, which I have right here. Speed wax. And then once that's done, it should be like smooth because right now it's very clean. I just have to make sure this truck's perfect. I want this truck perfect. This is really my first build personally that everything is brand new on. I bought literally whatever can be bought new, I bought new for it. So brake calipers, the rotors, the U-joints, every seal in the axles replaced. Everything on it is literally perfect. I know I could have reused some things on it, but why reuse things when I'm this far into it and it's already apart? So I went out, I got everything new. As you guys see, all I gotta get left for it right now in order is the bushing that goes on the bottom of the steering box brace, and maybe we'll overlay this brace right here. Put an overlay on that. But let's get this thing wiped down, quick waxed, and she should, I would say, shine a little bit better. And I have to go pick up the sump from the house because it just got delivered. And then we gotta figure that out because the hole that I drilled for it is right here. It's in the right spot, but it might interfere with this arm. So we're gonna install it, see how it sits. worst comes to worst, I have to design new arms for it, or I have to find a new fuel tank, which I tried doing, but it's not the right one. So I guess that the extended cab short bed and extended cab long bed fuel tanks aren't the same. So I just learned that. But worst comes to worst, we'll design an arm that has like an offset, or I'll order an offset Heim joint that lowers this arm down a little bit. Whatever works the best. But this air dog right here, accompanied by the sump I'm about to install, should look pretty insane with the hoses coming out and around it. Make it look like a race truck, you know? And you know, this thing is about, what do I want to say this one is? 2,000 horsepower. So it'll definitely do a wheelie going down the highway. Let's get into wiping this thing down. Fuel tank installed, return line ran in behind the tank. Now we gotta get the sump installed, and actually more I look at it now, we should have enough clearance here between all of this on the inside to get that sump mounted in. Now we have a lot more inches because I turned the shocks up a little bit because I forgot that the truck is cranked up 4 inches in the rear. So now we have plenty of room to put our sump. And just like that, we finally have the sump installed. I've been waiting a long time to do this, and now that I got the fuel tank problem solved and there's enough clearance, it's time for the motor trans and the body to go on it. All I have left to do now, find the pigtail that plugs into the axle to make it from the 2nd gen harness, I cut the plug off, onto the forward axle because these are 2008 F250 axles. Reason being is that they're way more beefier, they're way more usable, I would say. They have disc brakes on them now because the truck didn't have disc brakes on it from the start. They had drums. And we have to mount this right here somehow because it's loose, and I kind of covered up the hole when I built this mount. Not a big deal though, I can always drill a hole straight through it and put a nice bolt on there, nut and bolt on each side. But we have to go and talk about the Megacab. It's definitely a unit, ain't it?
What, the 4th gen?
The 4th gen.
That's definitely a piece of shit.
No, it's a nice truck.
Dodge, what do you expect?
It makes it all over the country, besides one time in Texas. Everything here has 1,000 horsepower, besides this one. Right now, this one's 0, it's loading. That one's 1,200. This one is fast. But how about that Character Customs grill? It kind of looks sick. Actually, no, it doesn't kind of look sick. It's kind of insane. But my Megacab's for sale. If you guys hadn't seen on my Instagram, I listed it because I have something up my sleeve that involves a new Megacab that's in Florida, but maybe it's not a 4th gen, maybe it's a 3rd gen, or a 5th gen, or a 2nd gen Megacab, because you guys do know I love my 2nd gens sometimes, not all the time. But the Megacab is for sale. I love towing with 2nd gens until they don't tow anymore. Unless they're getting towed out of a ditch with a 44-foot trailer. And Gabe's truck almost leaving the chat. But we won't talk about that. This is about done. The Megacab is going to a new home. If one of you guys want to buy it, you can reach out to me on Facebook. I'll put the link down inside the description. Don't message me unless you are interested in buying it. If you guys want to message me, message the Brandon24V page, and I try to get back to all of those DMs. I am very busy here in Indiana until I move down to Florida. And then once we get to Florida, we're opening up a new shop, and I'll be able to have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 50 trucks in it at once, and a storefront for you guys to come to. I cleaned out the interior, kind of this truck, so it can actually like be sold Maybe I'll sell it with one of the iconic hats. What is that, Mammoth? But before it gets sold, I don't know if I told you guys, the rear bumper kind of got smashed with a trailer. It's not like I didn't just paint this bumper, but I'm not too sure on how to tow a trailer. I haven't really learned that yet in life. So I kind of turned a little bit too sharply with the bumper pull trailer. Smashed the bumper, but Rough Country sent us out a brand new bumper for the rear of it with light pods. Pretty sick design. So we're gonna be painting that for the truck. And then we are going to do a Starlight headliner from FCK light bars here in the next video, along with rock lights for the Megacab, because as of right now, it's not sold. It's not getting sold until I have everything wrapped up and everything perfect on it, because it needs the bumper. I need to get a full detail on it. I got to get rear tires for it. But all of that stuff will be done prior to selling it. And I can always change this out for whoever does buy it, but I'll put the link down inside the description for that. What if I was to tell you guys can buy a 6-inch or a 4-inch lift for a second-gen Dodge from Rough Country with a coilover conversion? Kind of like the black truck that I did the Vertex coilovers on. And that thing rides out like a Cadillac, just like this one. This one is also on a 12-inch travel coilover. I don't know if they would do a 12-inch travel coilover for a bolt-on lift kit, but maybe we get them to start designing stuff to this caliber. That would be pretty insane. What do you guys think? Should they design and produce a lift kit like this that's full bolt-on? Maybe not to this whole extent, but they have a pretty good design team over there who could definitely establish a lift kit for the truck. And who knows, maybe I will be putting coilovers on this truck or my next one very soon. Maybe I already have coilovers for it. So what do you guys think? Should we convince Rough Country to make a coilover kit for a second gen at like a 4-inch or a 6-inch lift? Or should I try to convince them to make something like this? I cannot wait though to get the Starlight inside this truck and get like 30 rock lights underneath it. I'm gonna be doing that here inside the next video because it needs lights. It has LEDs now, but they're not anything more than just the front end of the truck. And now it's bright. You say poverty, but you have 3 6.0s.
I got 4 actually.
Oh, 4 6.0s. A frame off 6.0. I mean, this has been built twice, so you have money to do it twice. You can do it twice, you can do it again.
I didn't have money to do it once, but guess what?
Brandon came into play and got you in a... See, this thing could be done right now, sitting in your shop, nice and clean, and you know, you can be proud of it. Now you... I don't know if I'd say you hate it.
It could be, but I'm waiting on this guy named Brent.
He's waiting on me because I've been slacking for the last like 15 months on building him a trans-cross member. I don't know how to do it, that's the problem. I've never really designed anything and welded it, but he needs a cross member because now there's a clocking ring on it. I don't know if the drive shaft will... Maybe just make it to where it drops down.
It's the poor boy drop box.
Poor boy drop box. I got a nice drop box I'll sell you.
The one I stole for you?
You didn't steal it. I actually finally paid Gabe for the drop box because, you know, we string that stuff out and we owe each other money. All right, well, this thing's done. We have a lot more to do, but it won't take a long time, as in throwing the body on, motor and trans, I already said. But I launched a small giveaway for now because I want to do a mega giveaway or a monster giveaway. What I'm giving away now is an M18 half-inch impact kit from Milwaukee. So I'll put the link down inside the description. I know that I've been inside lots of situations that I can't get out of because I don't have an impact, and I sit there with a breaker bar taking tires off trailers, off trucks on the side of the highway. Usually it doesn't go well, but link down in the description, enter for that now, and if that does good, I think we'll give away a Megacab or literally a flawless second gen. Starting to think that this might be the nicest second gen out there. I could be wrong though. I mean, I do have a pretty nice second gen, and I still have it, it's just not together. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Enter that giveaway, let's see how it does. If it does well, this is my trial run. I will launch something that you guys are definitely gonna want. It could be a fully frame off, everything brand new, 4-linked monster truck. It could be a Megacab 4th gen. It could be another truck on Marketplace. It could be Thomas's crew cab. Or no, that thing might already be sold. But it could be one of a lot of things. And if that does good, we'll definitely be doing more. But we have a lot to do on this truck. I have to get a lot of stuff done on the Megacab before I could sell it or do whatever I want to with it. So that's the end of today's video. Peace.